nobody ever thinks it's serious. Nobody ever cares about this topic. But this topic is skinny versus curvy, part 2. And the reason I'm making it part 2 is, like I just said, nobody really listens to this part except for the actual smart people. So I was going to make a video because it's been irritating me so much about this. So let me just say something. How do y'all want equality between fat people, aka curvy people, and skinny people, but y'all treat skinny people like crap? You don't know how many times I would talk to somebody and they'd go, oh no, I don't want to talk to Twig like that. Ugh. It's literally like so rude. And if you were to say that about a fat person, you'd be shamed for it. They'd call you rude, but really it's not rude because we all have preferences. It goes for everything else. The fact that it's okay to call a skinny person names and say they look like they're anorexic and say they look like they came out from the Holocaust or something, that's rude. But then if you say that about a fat person, you're, like Hitler. But really it's not true. If we want equality, we need to actually make each other equal. And let me just say this right now. Fat people and curvy people, they like y'all. They like y'all. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing people say, oh, we need equality between curvy people and skinny people. Because they only like curvy people. They don't like other people. They see Ashley Graham, Kim Kardashian, those people. They like that. But then if you see somebody like Kendall Jenner, Kate Moss, you don't like that. And with equality, like, how people are shaming Eugenia Cooney. And sometimes, I feel bad for Eugenia too. But people are shaming her, except if there was an overweight person, they wouldn't be shaming them. And I just don't feel like it's fair. It's not fair at all. And it's been the same with racism lately, but that's a whole other video to talk about. But yeah, you're fighting for equality, but you're not, this is not equal. All you did, okay, let's say, dig in my false flower thing. Okay, anyway. They're false, but they have good smells. Okay, anyway. Let's say this was skinny, this is curvy. Skinny goes up here, curvy goes down here. Y'all think y'all made it equal, but really all y'all did was do this. All y'all did was reverse the roles. That is absolutely it. And it just kills me. Because y'all think that y'all think that y'all are actually doing a good thing, but y'all aren't. It doesn't take that much of a brain to know that equality is when you treat, skinny and curvy the same. Except, if you're like, oh yeah, curvy people rule, skinny people can go die, that's not equality at all. And I honestly feel like, I like curvy, I do. Kylie Jenner's curves, I like her curves. That is an ideal body type for me. She's 5'6", she's 132 pounds. I honestly like that weight. But if I see somebody like Kate Moss, who has been underweight for a while, or like Ariana Grande, she's very skinny. If I see somebody, I know Ariana, she's the same height as me, we're both short, 5 feet. I do know she weighs a lot less than me though. I am 124 pounds, and that is almost overweight. 4 more pounds and I will be overweight. As of right now, they say I'm healthy, but if I gain 4 pounds, then I will be overweight. So I'm not skinny. I am a size 5 in jeans. Like I said, I'm not skinny. But when I see people like Ariana, who's like a size 0 or something, I can still think that she's just as pretty as I thought Kylie was. And when I first saw Ashley Graham, I thought she was just beautiful. But I can still think that she's just as pretty as the model Kate Moss. But we might have preferences. Me, out of the girls, Ashley Graham, Ariana Grande, Kate Moss, and Kylie Jenner, I keep on getting them mixed up, I would take Kylie just because of my, like, how I like my body types. For if I wanted to be a certain size, I would choose Kylie's size. But that doesn't mean that I have anything against Ashley. She's beautiful. It's just I wouldn't want to be her size. Like, I wouldn't, if I had a genie come here and say you could be any size you want, I would not choose Ashley's size. And that's not me being rude. That's just me having my preferences. Because we all do. Sometimes you don't want to admit it, but we all do. We're all sexist in some way. We're all racist in some way. So why get mad at the people who actually might show theirs? It's an opinion. If I were a guy and a girl were to say, hey, do you want to go on a date? And she was on the heavier side, and I said, not to be rude, but I don't usually date big girls. Everybody would think that I'm just an awful, awful person, but honestly, I'm not. It's just that I have my opinions. Or there might be a guy who's like, yeah, you're a bit on the skinnier side. I like heavier girls. Once again, an opinion. There's nothing wrong with either of those statements. We all have our opinions. I know there's some people who might be like, see your bangs. Even though my bangs look absolutely crazy right now. I just now realized that by feeling them. I can feel when my bangs are crazy. Yeah, they're crazy right now because they haven't been flat ironed. But there might be a guy who's like, oh, I don't really like bangs. And then there's going to be a guy who's like, I prefer girls with bangs. There's going to be a guy who's like, I like the blonde hair, blue eyes. But then there's going to be a guy who's, I like the black hair, green eyes. No, the brown hair, brown eyes. It doesn't matter, okay? We don't care. Redhead, brunette, blonde, black, crazy colors, hazel, gray, green, yellow, purple, pink, I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what your body type is like. You could be a Coke bottle, you could be an hourglass, you could be a column. It really doesn't matter. Because somebody finds you attractive. So if most others don't, I think there's something called like the apple shape. I think that's what it's called. I know a lot of people who don't like that shape. But then there's going to be those people in the world who are like, no, I like that shape. I know most people, they like the hourglass figure. And honestly, this is one of the most popular ones. There's going to be some people who don't like hourglass figures. I used to not want to be that type. I used to want to be skinny, like one of my idols, Kate Moss. I keep on saying Kate Moss because I love her so much. And I really like her size. I think in the 90s, her size fit her. I don't think that she would have been so iconic if she wasn't that skinny, not me. Or like, for models, I saw this thing on BuzzFeed, and they said they like started a whole big thing because this Tommy Hilfiger wouldn't take Gigi Hadid to model with them because she wasn't skinny and tall enough. They like just went crazy. But honestly, I feel like that's not them saying you're too fat, you're too short. It's them saying every other model is going to be this height and this weight. You, on the other hand, are too short and you're heavier than them. I'm not going to make an exception if I have a room full of broccoli and all the broccoli is going to be modeling, why would I go in and take a pizza? No, I can't just say, oh, I'm gonna take that pizza because it feels sad. No, that pizza can feel sad, but I have all these broccolis, and that pizza is just gonna stand out, and I don't want it to stand out. I want them all to look like a unison. There's no problem in doing that. There might be somebody who says, see, look, you are beautiful, you are, and you have a really nice body, but everybody else is going to be, what's the race? That's not white, black. Everybody else is going to be Asian. Except for you. So see, I would add you, but you just don't fit in with the other people. That's completely fine. But y'all just won't understand that. It all goes in with preferences, opinions, and how the other people are going to look. Like, honestly, if they say you're too heavy to be a cheerleader, oh well, you're too heavy to be a cheerleader. Why be so mad? You see a skinny person, you can say, you need to go to McDonald's and get some burgers. But if you see a fat person and you say, yeah, you might want to go on one of those diets. No, not the crash diets, I mean the long time diets. Okay, and that's just trying to fix their life. Like, you know, you don't see, like, you know, you don't see a lot of obese people being healthy. I watch things like My Big Fat Fabulous Life, and they make it seem like, you know what, being fat is all nice and stuff, but then you watch like My 600-Pound Life, and it doesn't seem all fabulous and nice and stuff. Yes, you can still be happy if you're obese, but you know, sometimes being healthy is all that really matters. So if you see somebody, like, I'm not saying you have to be like Barbie. I saw in one video that Barbie's 5'10" and she's 110 pounds. And that's absolutely crazy to me because I'm 5 feet and I'm 124 pounds. But yeah, she's underweight. But people still think that she's beautiful. So, like, you know, you can think that skinny girls are beautiful. And over there, I know y'all can't see, but I kept this inside of its box because I saw a Curvy Barbie doll, and I thought that was really cool, and it was for free, so I'm like, you know what, let me take this. And it was so cool because it's like, you know, like, Barbies are getting featured, and like, you know, like, they're not all skinny, they're not all white, blonde hair anymore. So I'm like, you know what, that's really cool. So I took it, and I kept it in the box, and it's standing over there. But there's going to be some girls who are like, yeah, she's curvy and all, but I don't want her. I want to stick to my normal underweight Barbie. They probably want to say it like that, but, you know. So there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just your preferences. And if somebody doesn't want to date you because they don't think that you're their body type, then don't cause a huge fuss over it. It's literally just like being a baby. Like, it's so annoying, and it literally just, like, it just kills me. Because it's so unfair. It is so unfair.